Imagine this. You're doing a Zoom meeting, you're doing a Zoom webinar, and people who are attending are seeing their language that is different than yours appear on the screen. Hey, that's pretty nice. Almost automatically at the same time, like maybe a second or two difference, but it's right there. You can do that in Zoom. Well, guess what? The kids at Zoom, those wonderful smart folks that they are, have put that together, and we're going to show that to you now. And when I say we, I'm joined by my partner here at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, Gina Carr. Gina, this is a pretty amazing feature in Zoom. Tell us a little bit more about that and how people can do that to see their language right there on the screen.
Well, the world is getting smaller and people from all over are communicating with one another. And we can do that because of tools like Zoom. Zoom's my favorite right now and has been for a long time. And we sell the Zoom Enterprise subscription, which is a fantastic tool, high powered tool way to use Zoom. And as we've been selling it, some of our clients have been saying, can I do the translated caption option? And I didn't really know what that was. And then I investigated and found out that that means, just as you said, that I can be speaking in English to someone who is in, let's say, Mexico, and their native language is Spanish, and they just turn on the captions because I've subscribed to that. I've chosen the translated captions option, and then they can turn it on their end, and they can see what I've said in Spanish or Russian. It's 35 languages. It's French and German and, of course, even Tagalog and many other languages. Malay, I think I saw.
Yeah, they got several there. So 35 languages gives us a lot of capabilities. And so, Gina, I think it would be good for us take a moment here and let's actually demonstrate what's going on here. Matter of fact, I'm going to go into the screen right now. See, doing the share screen. And matter of fact, this is going to be a little bit different video. Those of you joining us right here, often we do things, we want to make sure it's just perfect and everything's right. Well, kind of, sort of. We want to do that. But we're going to go through here. And if we make some whoops or mistakes, from it with us. So ready? Here we go. And you'll get a chance to see it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going down here to the bottom of my screen, but I'm going to share my screen first.
And while he's sharing, let me just point out that this is AI driven. I know on this channel, you guys are used to us talking about how to use AI to improve your life. So this translated captions is definitely very much AI driven.
Okay, now I am sharing my screen. You got there, and you can see down below that got some things here with show options. We've got some things here in the bottom. You'll see. I'm going to take a look at show captions, which is here. I'm going to click on that, and when I do that, you see that now it's coming up in Spanish. Why is it doing that? Well, it's because I have been using something that gives me the ability to share my screen. Well, I'm now in the lower right corner on the screen. You'll see that we've got captions and translation. Notice I turned translation on. You can turn it on or off. There, I've turned it off. So we are no longer seeing that appear. We're not going to have that happen. And it's not going to be translating, but you see it does have on the captions, we're seeing my voice appear in English over there. That's good. I'm going to turn translation on by clicking on it again. There we are. And you'll notice my speaking language is English. My caption language is Spanish. So I have put that in there with Spanish and put that in as it should be. And this has some real nice applications for it. You'll also see we've got show original and translated captions. That's good. We can see both of those and we can view the full transcript if we want. I like this. Let me show you what that's all about. Over here, on the right-hand side, this I love. Gina, this is pretty exciting because it's showing me what I'm saying in English, and it also gives me the Spanish. I'm studying Spanish right now. I got a long, long way to go and getting into it, but I like it that now I can see what I said, my words that I wanted to express, and there they are translated for me like that, and I can see the whole list of them so that I can save the transcript. Notice down here in the bottom, you click on Save Transcript. I'm clicking on that. Now the transcript has been saved, and I'll keep doing that every so often. I can see it in the Finder over here if I wanted it. Very, very handy. And it's scrolling on the screen as I speak in both English and Spanish. Gina, is that coming through for you?
Well, it's coming through only in Spanish. Go back to the captions feature
Ah,
and select the option where it shows both shows original and translated captions. I think right now that got turned off. There we go.
there we
Now I
go.
can see the English and the Spanish in your captions as well as in the transcript.
And you see, we did it that way just to show you, viewer, that, yeah, you can change that. Yeah, that's why we did it that way. Just the way it wasn't a mistake on Terry's part at all. Yeah, right. So anyway, we got it. And Gina, that's even better now that we can do it. And remember that, boys and girls, and remember that, Terry, that what we're going to do here is we're going to come up here and show original and translated captions, have both of those. And then we've got the full transcript. I want to keep that going. That is very nice. So you're seeing it as it moves along, and you can change your caption settings. That gives you the ability to set a lot of different things. Like, for instance, here, look at this. We're putting this on the screen here, and you can see a portion of it. It gives you the ability to take your font size, move it smaller or larger, just like that. And you'll see how that adjusts on the screen down below as we do it. We can put in the different colors and adjust several other things. This is under accessibility. So it's a very nice feature that we have with Zoom to put that together. Gina, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, our main focus has been on sharing with an audience, with other people, and l- letting them understand you, even if you don't speak the same language. But I know for you, someone who already speaks a little Russian and a little Japanese, and you're learning Spanish, it's a great way for you to work on improving your skills in the different languages. I know that's part of what you love about it.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of fun to do that. Matter of fact, let's have some fun here. What I'm going to do is you'll see as I click on this right now, my caption language right now is Spanish. And they speak Spanish, of course, in Mexico. So, buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás hoy? And right now it's showing me in Spanish and in Spanish because I've told my language here is English. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my speaking language over to Spanish. There we go. I think that did it. So now my speaking language is in Spanish. It should be right.
No, it's in English still.
There we go.
And did you want to change your caption language to English?
Now I'm going to change that back. It flipped over. And so I want to put the caption language is going to be in English, which is difficult to get to, but there we go. Right there. So now this is how it is. So I, buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás hoy? Yo también. Yo también. What does that mean? Me too, I think. Me too. So we're putting that in there. ¿Cómo estás? There it is. And notice how I did say me too when I say yo también. I know a few words in Spanish and it works well. So I can say, we love Mexico. So anyway, Terry's got a long way to go with Spanish, but we're going to do even more with that. Gina, are you impressed that I can say even those feeble words in Spanish?
I'm very impressed.
Well, you're very kind too. That's it. But we can change that. But we can also switch that over into other languages. Like for instance, here, let me try this here. I mean, we're going out on the edge here just to make it better for you. Our speaking language will not be Spanish, but let's switch it over to Russian.
Where's that Russian flag?
Oh, and here's our Russian flag. Yeah, so we got the Spanish flag or Mexican flag. Yeah, the Spanish flag. No, we don't have the Spanish flag from Spain, but we did have from Mexico. And we have this from Russia. Доброе утро. Как вы поживаете сегодня? That's interesting. Says I'm from Wolodnya, but it's actually Как вы поживаете сегодня? Сегодня means today. Сегодня. So I might be saying it wrong, but you'll see also this helps to illustrate when we're doing something in the wrong way. It shows us that. So я говорю по-русски. Я очень люблю тебя, Gina. And it's now saying, I'm very fluent. You're awesome. So it's saying you're awesome. This is close. And it really does mean we've got to practice with that some. This is not coming out the way we actually wanted it. But when you get somebody who can really speak the languages, it works beautifully. So,
Try Japanese again. I know when you tried Japanese earlier, it worked well.
well, that's true. Let's try Japanese. We did do experiment with this beforehand, try to get it, but now instead of Russian, we're going over to Nihongo. Ohayo gozaimasu. O genki desu ka? Genki desu yo.
Where's your Russian flag? Where's your Japanese flag?
Oh, here we go. Thank you. Yeah, we go. There's our Japanese flag. Okay, so we got all that going in there. This is fun. But Gina, we got that going, and I'm going to go back to the Japanese. Sushi ga daisuki desu. Sushi ga oishii desu. Sushi oishii desu. Watashi no anata wa watashi no tomodachi desu.
Even veggie sushi, which is what we eat now, even though we still eat sushi, but it's veggie sushi. I Sushi was one of my favorite foods before I became a plant-based vegan eater, and now that I am plant-based, I've been pleasantly surprised that I can still eat lots of sushi. It's just a veggie kind of sushi.
There we go. All right. Well, I'm going to switch this back here. My speaking language is going to go back to English. There we go. And my speaking language in English. And now we're seeing the captions and the translation. We can use that. So we've been sharing that back and forth. A lot of good things that you can do with it. But for business, Gina, tell us about this because we got clients right now here at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs that are using this for business purposes. Tell us about that.
Well, absolutely. They're using this tool. They're using a combination of tools. One of our clients is using HeyGen quite extensively to record his courses into Spanish and Portuguese and different languages. So there's so much power in AI. We're not going to go into all the details of all the different tools. Today's focus is the Zoom translated captions, which is fantastic because let's say you have a course in Spanish, but then they want to meet with you to talk, but you don't speak Spanish as he doesn't. This is a way to communicate in real time. So you get the instant transcript, you get the instant captions, and of course, that's what people want. They want to be able to communicate. They want what they want when they want it. And so that's part of what we love about it. And that's available through our Zoom Enterprise membership. You can get the details. Check the links in the caption below. We'll have all that you need to know right there. Zoom Enterprise membership allows you to have unlimited cloud storage. Absolutely love unlimited cloud storage. I don't have to move files around all the time to make sure that I have enough room in my Zoom account, which is what I had to do before I got an enterprise account. So that's the best thing about Zoom Enterprise. Also, you have webinar capabilities. So if you want to do webinar versus a meeting, Zoom meeting, that's a wonderful thing to do with Zoom Enterprise. Finally, you have branded registration pages. So if you've ever gone to a Zoom registration page and it has their logo and images and it's very customized, that's what you get with Zoom Enterprise. That's one of the things that you get with Zoom Enterprise. So again, look in the links below, and you also can upgrade in Zoom Enterprise to the translated captions version, which a lot of our clients are doing. They're very excited about it, and we are too.
Very good. And the nice thing about this on the captions, you see I can click here on the show captions.
We aren't seeing a share right now.
And that's right. I just stopped sharing the screen, but we can click on that to turn it on or off, and it works very, very nicely. So I see this as a real game changer. The possibility for translation is good. Now, I think Zoom has had this for a while. I think Google might have something else they're doing. They're doing a lot of wonderful things there too. But Zoom has had this for a while. The possibilities for you as an entrepreneur are enormous because now you can reach those audiences that you couldn't before. They can read what you are saying, what your participants are saying in their native language. They select what it would be. This is particularly nice, and it's more than just one. Again, 35 language as we're recording this now, and they're adding more features all the time. Those wonderful engineers at Zoom constantly come up with great ways to dazzle all of us. I see some real potential there. Gina, as we wrap things up, Tell us a little bit about the benefits you see for someone looking into the translate capability using AI for that translation is what they're doing. How do you see that helping in business?
Well, it just makes your world it makes your audience global so that you can reach the entire world. Because here in the US, there are a lot of people teaching courses about a lot of the same things. But in many countries, they don't have people teaching these things. And so you can really expand your audience without being able to speak the other language. Now, let me just point out one thing that I don't think we've been clear about, and that is that I can be speaking English and someone can come in, Miguel can come in and see the Spanish translation, and then someone else can come in and see it in their language, see it in French and then German and Russian, and everybody that's listening to me can have it turned into their own language. Similarly, they can speak their language and I will see it in English no matter where they're coming from, all at the same time. It's
Gina, that
amazing.
is amazing. And that is important for those of you listening to this. That means you could have people, many different languages of those 35, and they would all be able to see it in their own language. That is amazing. And of course, if you wanted to have audio with there's ways you can do that, bring in interpretation so you could actually hear it. What we're talking about here is so you actually see it, which is pretty monumental, I think. I think we've got some real possibilities here. So we're looking forward to hearing. If you want to get more information on this, we've got a reservoir of wealth waiting for you in our AI Tools for Biz. The AIToolsForBiz.com is where you would go there. And that's AI Tools and the number four, BIZ.com. That's where we can put it in. And what we've got there is something that is ongoing so that as changes come about, we can do that. We're constantly adding new features and benefits because you're getting the enterprise version of Zoom through us. We want to make sure you get some extra goodies. That way, we make it even better for you all the way around. So, Gina, we've got some good things there. I'm pretty excited about this. What do you think we can use this for going forward, and what do you want to leave the folks with?
Well, just consider that you can be broadcasting, you can be sharing your knowledge with the entire world. World's a big place, but now it's gotten smaller because you can communicate with anyone, anywhere.
Very good. All right. Well, on behalf of us here at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, I'm Terry Brock. Stay with us on this because we got some more videos coming your way going to help you get that decisive advantage with AI. We'll look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for joining us today.